What's going on, guys? John with the Pro Cut, and we're out here in my wife's 2020 Explorer Limited. It has the 8-inch screen, so we contacted 4D Tech and bought us an upgrade, and we're going to upgrade this to the 10-inch vertical screen, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to need some tools. The trim removal kit comes with the setup, but you're also going to need a small flathead screwdriver and some different sockets as well. First thing we're going to do is remove our screen and upper dash panel. So you're going to need your pry tools that were included with the kit, and let me show you back behind here. You have a panel, so you use your little pry tool to get in there, and then you're able to pop that panel off, and then you've got a nut here that's got to be removed first. Now I've got the two side ones out, so I'm going to get this middle one out. The side ones are definitely a little bit trickier than the middle one to get out. Once you have it all the way loose, you can kind of keep your fingers underneath of that washer so you can get it pulled out without dropping it down in there. It's not the end of the world if you drop it, but it makes your life easier to not drop it. Now we'll take and put our towel up here, and then you're going to put your thumbs here, and you can go ahead and pop this screen out forward. And you'll notice you've got this wire on here still. You've got a little tab right here that you push in to unlock it, and then you can use a screwdriver to help you over this way to lift this thing up. Now I've got that wire out. It is a bit of a bugger to get that thing out. Just kind of keep wiggling it and working it, and you will get it out. So now I'm just going to wrap this old screen up in some of this packaging material that came with this kit to protect it. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is move our rag down here, and we're going to take out this top trim panel, and it just pulls forward to pop it out of the clips. Okay, and then you will need to reuse your vents in your new panel, so just going to put that to the side right now in the box with the new panel. And then next we're going to remove this control panel, so I'm just going to take this rubber tray out of here, and then we're going to pull this panel off. Start at the bottom. It comes into the bottom, and you're just going to, where this piece of plastic comes down here and meets the other one, you're just going to go ahead and push that up, and then you can use your pry tools to get in there and bring that piece forward. All right, this side is coming out, but this side is wanting to hold onto this dang trim. Okay, so it kind of goes in on an angle like that, so forward. There we go. All right. Now on the back of this panel, you've got 4 wiring harnesses, and you're just gonna push in on this part and pull out these 4 wiring harnesses. This one's a little bit different but the same. All right, now you can go ahead and move your instrument panel to a safe spot, and then on to the next part. So you're going to switch to a 7mm socket, and you've got 1, 2, 3 in this piece here, and we'll get those 3 out of here. The start stop panel and this panel need to just pop up on the edge a little bit. Now that that's out, you can, like I said, lift this up a little on this side and lift this up on this side, and then this should pop up and then out. Okay, so it's got 4 clips on it. two in the middle, two in the front, and they just lift up, and then you can pull that thing out. Up next, we've got to put in a new screen cable, because we're not going to reuse this old one again. But you don't need to remove this old one. If you don't want to, you can leave it in there, because it's got plenty of room back here. You could just kind of fold it to the side a little bit, and then you're going to route your new one in there, and then down here in the middle of your sync 3, let me see if I can get something in here to show you this. So right here, this blue connector, you've got to take off so the new cable connector can go in there, and there's a clip on the bottom that you'll push up, and then you'll work that connector off. And then your new cable, you have to fish down through there so you can hook your new one up. And then make sure when you take that old one, you kind of put it to the side so you don't get it mixed up with the new one if you're going to leave it in there, because you definitely want to make sure your new cable is hooked up in order for your new screen to work. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cable out of there, and then route the new cable through, and I'll let you know what the easiest way I found to do that is. Alright, so if you bring your blue connector behind here, pass it over toward the vent, and then you got a lot of room here in front of the vent to get that down. Then you can take what you need and get your blue end plugged in. You can see the blue end laying there loose, and the plug right next to it ready to be plugged in. So you could plug that in, and then after that, then you can slip this wire under this metal bracket in front of this plastic piece. There's enough room to pull this out a little bit and get that wire down there. So then you can, from there, you've got your wire that you need sticking out here to plug into the back of your new screen. With that wire routed down through there, and like I said, I just kind of reached in here and pulled this out to be able to get the wire to slip into place so it's not getting pinched at all. The old wire is pushed away to the side. The new wire is running there where it needs to be. I plugged the blue in. Now you can take your new tray that goes on here. It's a little bit different than the old one. It's got a cutout here that the screen can set into a little bit. So you're going to go ahead and, again, same 4 clips. So now that can go back in there. Bring your wire up out of the way there. All right, and then you can set this piece in here, line it up, and then go ahead and clip it down into place. And then you can put these pieces back into place. So now that's all in there, and then the same screws that you took out of the old one, the 7mm, those 3 go back in right where they came out of the old panel. The new panel has holes in the same spot, so they go back in just like that. Go ahead and get them started, and then I'm gonna put this one in first because I'm just doing everything in the reverse order that I took it out. I put it back in the reverse way. Now the next step is to put our vent panel back in. First things first, we've got to switch our vent pods from the old panel to the new panel. So you need your little screwdriver, because there's some metal tabs in here, and you kind of got to pop them up off of that and then hold it up there. Since the top ones appear to be a little bit more of a pain in the butt to get, we'll get the top ones first. Then you can get in here from the side and pop the bottom one. And then this corner is the worst one to have to try and get to. All right, so there's really just no easy way to do it, but you see you've got these metal plastic, they're plastic, chrome plated plastic, it looks like. Okay, and that's what clips these things in. And I've already put this one into the new one just so I don't mix up which side is which. So you just kind of got to reach in there and pry these things up. It looks like this side is going to be easier, so in a way I'm kind of glad that I did this side first, so because this side might be a little bit easier. So I'm going to get my screwdriver back out, and I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'm going to get into here first. And this one. Okay, that one's out. Because you can kind of see them on this side a little bit. All right, and that one's out. And then you can kind of get into there and into there, yeah. So this side, which would be the, I think this was the top. No. All right. So your left side is going to be the bigger pain in the butt. So I would suggest you start with the left side. That way, when you move over to the right side, it'll be a lot easier for you. And then to put them in the new one, you're just going to slide it in over. You can see you've got these little openings here, and they slide right over those clips. And then you're just going to push it into place and get all 4 of them locked into place, and you're good to go. Now with our vents in, we can go ahead and put this panel back in place. You've got your trim over here under your speedometer, so there's a little lip on here that's got to go underneath of that. And then also you want to take your new screen cable and make sure you stick it through the center here, and then you can go ahead and start lining everything up. Get that in the center there. So that'll go under there. Alright, that side's in. This side is wanting to fiddle with me a little bit more. There we go. Now that side's in. And then just, give it a good push. Make sure all the clips are in place where they need to be. Now with that done, you can get your instrument panel and plug your cords back in. I'm going to go ahead and put my towel down here. So you've got 4 cables that need to be plugged back into your instrument panel, and they're all different, so you don't have to worry about mixing anything up. Just push them back in until they snap into place. Get your screen cable, just put it up here so it's out of your way a little bit. Kind of tuck it in here, just get it out of the way for now. All right, and then the last wire. And now you've got 3 tabs on the bottom of this instrument cluster, and they go on top of this black panel so they can clip into there and hold into place. So it looks like you need to get the top in first, actually, not the bottom. So it's underneath there. And then make sure you've got your 3 tabs in the bottom in the right spot. And then that can go forward like that. All right, so now that's all into place. Put my towel up here. Now we can get our 10-inch screen from the kit. And it's got 3 pins on the bottom that set into place, along with 2 clips, and then your 3 screws will go back in. So just set it here and go ahead and get your cable plugged in. The 90-degree part is going to face downward. Push it into place, and then you can go ahead and seat your 3 pins down there. I'm going to take a look behind here and make sure that this cable is okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move the cable to this side of this, see if that makes a difference at all. Okay, so with that pushed down, you can clip it into there. Now you can go ahead and get your 3 8mm screws along with your 8mm socket, and you can go ahead and get these screws back into place to lock this screen in where it needs to be. There we go. That one started. Now the last one. It would help if this was magnetic and it would hold this into place on its own. All right, now they're all tight. So the last bit of kit is this new trim piece that goes into the back here to replace the old trim piece. 2 little tabby clips on the ends and 2 metal clips in the middle. And that simply just pushes down into place. Now you can take this protective screen off of here, and the last thing to do is flash the computer. So now that everything is installed, you can go ahead and push your button to set it to run, well, accessory. You'll notice that it comes up like that. Now what you're going to do is take your flash computer that comes with your kit from 4D Tech, and then under your dash you've got your diagnostic OBD2 port. So you're going to just plug that flash connector into there, and then you can see it lighting up all kind of different cool colors. Let that run, and it's going to change through all its colors. Now you'll see once it gets done changing colors, it's just going to turn green. So now that's done. Now you can pull that back out, and you'll see your screen is now portrait mode, and it's going to go ahead and go through some different diagnostics. So it's going to change around. Now your home screen, loading maps, you can see everything is coming up like that now. So you've got in your home screen, you've got your stereo controls all down here at the bottom, and then as long as you had navigation from the factory, your navigation will be up top. And then when you press into navigation down here, okay, it gives you full screen navigation. If you didn't have factory navigation, once you go into your other screen and your Android or Apple Play come up in here, it'll give you your navigation up top as well, while you still have all your forward function buttons down here. Now you've seen how to install this newer upgraded kit. You can go ahead and do it to your Explorer. And I'll put a link to 4D Tech down below, and this is not sponsored. We paid for this kit with our own money. It was kind of pricey, but I think it'll be worth it, and it'll make my wife real happy. So that's that. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next great video. Could be cutting grass, could be doing home construction renovation, or I might be doing something else to the Ram or the Ford Explorer. So click that subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.